For more, let's bring in Jim Priestley. He is a friend of Pope Leo's. They went to high school together and attended Villanova University together. Thank you so much for being here, Jim. First of all, what was your reaction?
Well, I was shocked. I was completely shocked. I was watching it, so I couldn't believe it.
Did you think there was any possibility that his name was going to be recited by the deacon?
Well, I because they had been, well, the media had mentioned his name a few times, so I thought, oh, maybe there's a possibility, but I didn't think it was likely, but it happened. It was a complete shock. I almost had a heart attack, but thank goodness I didn't.
Thank goodness, indeed. So as we mentioned, you've known Pope Leo for some time. You were even roommates. What are some of your favorite memories?
Well, I wasn't actually his roommate. We lived in a dormitory, so there were like 20 of us in the room. I guess technically I was his roommate, but there were 19 others who were also his roommate. But yeah, the funny thing is his bed was right next to mine because they just did alphabetical order, and I came after Prevost. So yeah, he's a very, 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 very nice guy. He's also extremely bright. He's a really smart guy. He got straight A's in high school, and I never really saw him studying too much. I saw him reading all the time. He was very studious in that sense, but he picked up the schoolwork with ease. He didn't have any issues with anything, unlike the rest of us. Well, there was one other student was another Bob who became a priest. He was also a brilliant guy. The two of them are extremely brilliant guys.
What about a sense of humor? What can you tell us about that?
Well, he'd laugh at a joke. I don't think he would, tell too many jokes, but he certainly would. Maybe he would now. I must say, I'm talking about like 1969 to 1977. That was the time we spent together. But I wouldn't. He certainly wasn't the class clown. He certainly laughed at a joke. He's got a good sense of humor, I would say. Yes.
What do you think he'll bring to the Catholic Church?
Well, he's an extremely devout religious man. He's devoted his life to Christ. He's had, very difficult assignments through the years. I mean, he was a missionary in Peru. He left, he left America with all our creature comforts and was willing to go down to Peru and be a missionary. And my understanding is he was very successful. He built a seminary for the Augustinians, and so I think he will bring real religious fervor, but also he's extremely bright. So he's going to understand all the problems, all the complexities. He already understands them, I'm sure. And he no one's going to have to go through any great explanation of things for him because he's going to pick it up right away. He's very well organized. So I'm sure that with financial issues facing the church and things, I think he'll probably do as well as anybody could to kind of help those out. But also he's a tremendous public speaker. He knows all these languages, including English, which I think would really, obviously he speaks English, but he's a great public speaker. I think his public speaking style is very warm and but also a little bit cerebral too. So he's a very, very bright guy. He's got several degrees. He's got the equivalent of a PhD and a couple of PhDs. I think he's a very bright guy, and so that will help the church too. I think to have somebody of that intellect as the Pope.
Well, Jim Priestley, we really appreciate your time. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Let's go to CBS News papal contributor Candida Moss.